All right, for the purpose of this video, we're going to be looking at how to create a full color sticker. So let's take a quick look at the directions and then we'll go from there. So if we're taking a look at these here, I'll go up to the top. It says you will be using Photoshop and Illustrator to create your very own full color custom stickers. Photoshop will be used to edit your raster images before placing them into the correct Illustrator template. The templates are located on the P drive, shared files, bond, stickers, then sticker template. Inside of there, you'll find all of the different size templates that you need for this project. Once you have completed your design, please save them to the P drive, shared files, bond, stickers, finish stickers, and then choose the correct class hour. The final file needs to be saved as a PDF. This is pretty critical to the printing process. If you don't save it as a PDF, I won't turn it into a sticker for you. We'll delete it, and you will not take a grade for the printing portion of it. This is very important because it has the cut color lines inside of it, and it's got your embedded images into it. So to save as a PDF out of Illustrator, you need to do a file, save as, and then you're going to choose save as type, and you're going to change that to PDF. You're going to click OK. A box will pop up and it's going to ask you what type of preset you want to use, and you can just choose the Illustrator PDF, click save, and you'll be good to go. Some quick tips and tricks. You've got a stroke color on your sticker, so you can change the color from black if you would like. You simply just need to unlock that layer and then go in and select the stroke and change the color from there. You can also turn off that layer if you don't want to see a stroke. That's completely fine as well. We've got a little tip here on how to place an image into Illustrator. It's very, very important when placing an image that you make sure that the link box is unchecked. This is going to make sure that the image is embedded into your file, and that when we go to print it, we actually have the resources and information to make sure your file comes out well. What else do we have here? Placing artwork in a clipping mask. We're going to go over that once we get into the actual file here in a second. It talks about how to save things correctly and how to save another PDF, and also talks about making sure if you're not working on a layer, just lock it. Okay, there are certain layers that just don't need to be unlocked in this particular file in order to make it work. But here are some examples. We're going to be using the Roland SG300. It's a 30-inch wide format full color printer. And you can see here I've got some examples of the 2-inch circle stickers being used. Down below here, we've got a blown up version of our layers panel inside of Illustrator. You can see I've got some of the different layers labeled for you, telling you how to use them and when not to use them. And then down below are just our different examples that we have as well. So first thing you need to do is figure out what you're going to do for pictures. I've gone out to the internet, or actually I downloaded a picture of my daughter. So let's go find that really quickly. File open, saved it to the desktop for this activity. So just find it, it's Blair. Oh, there's a good picture of Blair. No photo corrections have been done to it yet, so I want to add some quick layer adjustments and get this thing looking good. So we're going to come down and we'll click on levels really quick, take a look at our mountains, add a little more contrast in, and maybe brighten up a little bit. That's looking better. And that one's good. So if we turn off the eye, you can see there has been a small slight change done to it. We're also going to get in and maybe click the exposure just a touch. So we're going to increase that. Okay. Is there anything else I want to do to it? I don't think so. I think this is pretty good. Maybe bump the saturation a little bit. That made it a little weird. I'm going to throw that one away. So we're going to leave it probably as that. And then I'm going to now save this file. I don't think there's anything that needs to be touched on that, so we're good. So I'm going to come in and just do a file save as. I'm going to save this as a Photoshop document just because that's going to preserve the quality of the image and also preserve my layers if I need to go change them later. So we'll just click save. That comes up, and then we go back to Illustrator. And I'm going to place this into one of the 4-inch circle options. So I'm going to go File, Open, or click the Open button here. And I'm going to go to the P drive where I saved all of the files for you guys. So we go down to the P drive, and we go to Shared Files. Inside of here, we go to bond, down to sticker, and we take a look here, sticker template, and we're going to do the 4-inch circles. So we'll click OK. And we can see we got a few notes that I've put here into the document. So let's go ahead and just take a quick look and see what's going on here. In the layers panel, you can see I've got notes. I've got what's called a roll and perf. That's going to be a box that's going to be cut. It's going to cut out a set of stickers for us. It's going to cut through the back paper. We've got the roll and cut line, which is going to come in this pink one right there. That's going to cut through the top piece of vinyl, cutting out our sticker for us. And then we've got the black stroke. So if we turn that on, turn that off, you see it's there. We've got our clipping mask. If I come in here and I unlock it, I can click the select option and you can see it lights up. So they're there. And I've also got my artwork layer if I wanted to use that. So the question is now, what do I do from here? Well, I like the stroke, so I am going to unlock the clipping mask layer. I'm going to go File, Place. I'm going to go out to wherever I save my photos, click the desktop, because that's where it is. I find my Photoshop document. You can see right here that the link box is checked. I need to uncheck that. It's very, very important that you do that. We click Place. And if you click and drag, it'll create a box roughly the right size for you. But we have an issue. We need to make it just a little bit smaller. All right, so there we go. I kind of like how that's being placed. It's a good sticker. But if we open up our layers panel, you can now see a couple things are taking place. Blair's photo is sitting on top of my 2 ellipses. I can't make a clipping mask out of that because the item that's going to be clipped needs to be sitting on top. So what I can do is I can right click on the image and I can arrange and send that to the back. And now it's at the bottom of the stack in that particular layer. And then I can select both pieces. I just did a drag select over the top of the ellipse and the picture. The directions tell you to right click, make clipping, and now I've just clipped the picture of Blair. So I'm going to lock that back up. I don't really particularly like the black stroke on this, so I'm going to come into my strokes panel. I'm going to unlock it, select that, bring my stroke to the front, and maybe I want to take like the green. Oops. Yep, there's that. What do I got selected? That's not working out well for me. Let's turn that off real quick. Let's sample some colors. Maybe I like the red actually. So we're going to take that red, turn it into a swatch so I can use it in my document. Just drop it there. Okay. Come back in, select my circle, get my swatches up, click on the red stroke. Oh, that looks a little bit better. If I wanted to, I could get a little more custom, and I could look at this artwork layer and I can maybe unlock it and I could type in Blair's name if I wanted to, right? So maybe find a font that better represents her. We'll come in and look for something that's a little scripty. And maybe there. Uh-oh, I clicked away. There we go. Uh-oh, what's happening? Well, you see my artwork layer is currently below my clipping mask. It needs to be sitting on top of it, so we'll just rearrange that. Maybe increase the size just a little bit, bring it down somewhere right about there. Maybe it needs to be white. I don't know. Let's play with it, see what happens. It's looking better. Maybe it needs a drop shadow or something, so we'll just throw an effect on there. Drop shadow, click preview. Yeah, it's not bad. It's okay. Click OK. And what else could we do? Maybe it needs a little green stroke around it. It's kind of plain. So we'll come back in and we will make this white. Make our stroke a little green maybe. Bring our stroke to the back of our fill panel. There we go. Maybe I don't like the drop shadow though anymore. There we go. Looking good. So there's my one sticker. I would repeat that process for the second side, and then I would save it correctly. I'm not going to do the other side, but to save this, we would first want to save it as an AI file. So I'd come in and do a save as. I'm going to save this on my desktop because this is an example. Okay, so that was my Illustrator version. And then I'm going to do a file save as. So I'll come in once this is done saving, do a file save as, and choose from the drop-down list here, PDF. Make sure it's on my desktop again, 4-inch circle. You'd want to use the correct naming. I'm not going to for this, but correct naming, please. Do file save. This box pops up, tells you that we want to just keep it as an Illustrator default, and click save. You've just now created a PDF. See, it's running through its thing. It may show you a preview in the PDF window, which it just did right here. And this would be my one file that would be getting ready to print. So we're using both programs here, and this shouldn't take very long for us to complete. We'll be done with this by the end of the week. So good luck, have fun,